Have you ever been hit with a circumstance or a situation that caused you emotional turmoil? It hit the nervous system, it hit the gut, your emotional state went all haywire. That recently happened to me, and I caught on to a pattern that I realized within myself. And I believe many of us may be dealing with this type of patterning, men and women alike, is that we can tend to take on that emotional distress. We each have our own way of coping, right? This is about coping mechanisms. So I noticed that I began to eat more safety comfort foods to make my body feel safe because I did not feel safe. I all of a sudden was like jolted out of the peace and the serenity that I was feeling, right? It's kind of like when something is just completely stripped away from you so suddenly, your body is in a shock, right? So I began to kind of like eat to, I guess, maybe numb the pain. And what it turned into is almost kind of like this, like, I don't want to call it like a self-hate cycle, but it turned into like this part of me that felt that because this was happening, that I needed to um like I needed to reprimand myself. Like it was like I was doing something to myself to, it's like, what is the word that I'm looking for? Punishing. I'm punishing myself, my physical body, believing that I'm at fault. I'm not good enough because this happened. So in this self-harm, this self-punishing, I'm not literally like physically harming myself, but I'm looking at myself differently. I noticed that like when I started like eating for like just like comfort, it wasn't for hunger, it was for comfort. I put on like a few pounds. Like I had like this random like breakout on my skin, and my skin is not one that's like acne prone in like adult life. And these zits that I got are like staying under my skin, like in this like blemish inflammation type of way, right? So it's like I'm becoming aware of how this emotional distress actually affected my physical body because of the choice that I made to feel like I needed to punish myself for that. So if this is something that you can pick up on, is maybe this is a cycle of yours, this is a pattern maybe that you recognize, or maybe you don't recognize, but maybe this is going to be here as that source of recognition for you, where many people who tend to eat for safety, it's because we want to feel safe again. It's like we're comforting our physical body from the distress. And this is something that we need to rewire in the mind, that one, we do not need to punish ourselves for other people's decisions. Even if it hurt us, it's okay to feel what we need to feel with it. And even though it's our natural inclination to want to feel safe again, to anchor our body back into that feeling of safety, there are other healthy coping mechanisms that we can find that bring us joy and lightness and peace versus adding on the weight, right? So, and literally speaking, adding on the weight, right? So it was like this added weight of this distress literally caused me to add weight, right? So pay attention to that. If that's a patterning of yours, it's there to show you that almost self-harm or that self-punishment that you're putting yourself through that you do not deserve. Go easy on yourself, forgive the other people, and allow yourself to move through the emotions as you need to. We don't have to punish ourselves.